Now अभी तक दोस्तों we have been taking all positive terms, right? जो polynomial ले रहे थे, the examples 1 through 4 we have taken all of the positive terms. How about let us take some negative terms यहाँ पे. Now in this case हमारी जो a है that is 1, right? a is 1 and हमारी जो c term है that is -6. So हमारी जो ac बनती है AC is 1 times -6 which is equal to -6. ना चलिए सो दोस्तों अभी हमें -6 की फैक्टर्स लेनी है, राइट? सो अगर आप -6 की फैक्टर्स अगर आप सोचते हो इसे दोस्तों, सो यू कैन बेसिकली डू, you can actually do it like this. 1 times -6, right? -1 times 6. 2 times 3, basically 2 3s are 6. You can take the first one as -2 times 3 and for the second one you can take 2 times -3, right? So दोस्तों this is because यहाँ पे जो what we did दोस्तों was basically जो आप पहले तो अब भूल जाइए नेगेटिव टर्म के बारे में, right? You just write the number and you just try to find out the factors. So basically जो 6 है उसकी factors है 1, 6, 2 and 3. But because now यहाँ पे we have to consider the negative term -6. So अभी ये जो पहली combination है there can be actually two different ways we can write it. We can take +1 and we can multiply by -6 to get -6 because plus times minus is negative. Similarly for the other combination we can write -1 times +6. So similarly दोस्तों we can write -2 times 3 and 2 times -3. So we have got these 4 different factors combinations, right? So आइए चलिए देखते हैं which is the one जिसे ऐड करने से we will get -5. अगर आप इन दोनों को ऐड करते हो दोस्तों what will happen? 1 minus 6 is actually equal to -5. So हमें we don't have to look for the rest दोस्तों because we have already found out our factors. So अभी हमें क्या करनी है? We go back here and we write x square. We will write plus x which is plus 1x, right? 1 we don't write it, but ये जो है आपकी term 1 is your first one minus 6 is your second one, 6x minus 6. So हमारी जो factors है 1 and -6, these are the two. इस हिसाब से हमने -5 को we have broken it down. अभी इन दोनों terms में से we take the common, x is our common term, so we get x plus 1. And अभी इन दोनों terms में से we take -6 as our common term, so you get x plus 1. Why plus 1? Because यहाँ पे -6 है, so -6 times plus 1 is -6. So अभी इन दोनों terms में से we take the common term. So your x plus 1 is common. So आप x plus 1 लिखते हो ऐसे करके and then to get the first term we multiply by x. To get the second term we multiply by 6. So दोस्तों हमने देखा now this time that to factorize x square minus 5x minus 6, इसे we can factorize it using middle term and we get x plus 1 times x minus 6. Now चलिए दोस्तों let us take the next example. Now this time we have a is equal to 1, right? Coefficient जहाँ पे अगर नहीं दिए जाने से you know it is 1, and then c जो है हमारी that is -16. So again if you have like this then it means जो आपकी AC है that will be +1 times -16, that will be equal to -16. So ये बन गई दोस्तों -16. Now पहले तो दोस्तों let us just go ahead and write the factors of 16, right? So 16 के factors हैं, you can write 1 times 16, you can write 2 times 8, right? You can write 4 times 4. So दोस्तों आप ऐसे करके you can write 16. Now because you have a -16, so you can have -1 times 16 or you can have 1 times -16, right? Because both are equal to -16. Similarly दोस्तों in this case you can take minus 2 times 8 minus 16, or you can write 2 times minus 8. And in this case also you can write basically you can take one term as minus 4, the other term as 4, right? So for minus 16 we have, these are the combinations 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So हमें देखनी है which combination दोस्तों will give us this minus 6. So अगर आप पहली combination लेते हो, so minus 1 plus 16 will be plus 15. If you take a look at the second combination, minus 2 plus 8 will be plus 6. But यहाँ पे है minus 6. Now if you look at the second combination, minus 4 plus 4 will be actually 0. Look at the fourth combination, 1 minus 16 is minus 15. If you look at the last combination, 2 minus 8 is minus 6. So दोस्तों, so this means this is the one that we are looking for, right? So अगर आप 2 minus 8 करते हो, you get minus 6. So we will write it this way, x square minus 6 है, right? Minus 6 जो term है हमारी, we want to write it as 2x minus 8. So we will write it as plus 2x minus 8x minus 16. So अभी इन दोनों terms में से दोस्तों we take the common term. So x is a common term. To get x square, it will be x times x, plus to get 2x we multiply x by 2. अभी इन दोनों terms में we take the common term. Minus 8 is a common term. Minus 8 times x is minus 8x. And to get minus 16, we have to multiply 8 by 2, but it should be plus 2. Because अगर आप minus 2 से multiply करते हो, minus 8 minus 2 will be plus 16, but you have minus. So you have to multiply 8 minus 8 by plus 2. And then दोस्तों आप देखोगे कि अगर आप इन दोनों terms में से common लेते हो, clearly x plus 2 is a common term. And then to get the first term, you have to multiply this by x. To get the second term, आपको इसे multiply करनी है with minus 8. So दोस्तों, x square minus 6x minus 16, अगर आप इसे factorize करते हो, your answer is x plus 2 times x minus 8. So दोस्तों, we have seen lot of examples. Actually, we have seen 6 precise examples यहाँ पे कि middle term factorization हम कैसे करते हैं and how do we break it down. Now एक चीज दोस्तों, before we just wrap up, हम आपसे शेयर करना चाहते हैं. आपने देखा है अब तक कि रिमाइंडर थ्योरम क्या है, फैक्टर थ्योरम क्या है. अगर आपके पास एक्स्ट्रा टाइम है and if you are in doubt, आप very quickly you can take a look at any of these factors and आप very quickly you can apply remainder theorem and check your answer. So what we mean by that is, मान लीजिए that this very last example, अगर हमें if we want to check कि if these are the two factors or not, आपको मालूम है रिमाइंडर थ्योरम में दोस्तों हमें कहा गया है कि अगर आपके पास एक पॉलिनोमियल px है, राइट, अगर आप उसे एक पॉलिनोमियल gx से डिवाइड करते हो, वेयर मान लीजिए gx इज अ लीनियर पॉलिनोमियल ऑफ द फॉर्म x माइनस a, अगर ऐसा होता है दोस्तों, देन राइट, देन इन दैट केस द रिमाइंडर इज गिवन बाय pa, राइट. सो अगर आप एक पॉलिनोमियल px को gx से डिवाइड करते हो and gx is of the form x minus a, it's a linear polynomial, then जो रिमाइंडर होगी of this will be pa. and आपने फैक्टर थ्योरम से देखा है दोस्तों कि अगर if you have a linear factor like this, अगर if this is a factor of any polynomial, then pa will be equal to 0, right. in other words, फैक्टर थ्योरम में दोस्तों आपने देखा है कि अगर x minus a, if this is a factor of a polynomial px, right, then pa should be equal to 0. So दोस्तों हमारा पॉइंट यह है कि अगर आपके पास एक्स्ट्रा टाइम है and if you want to just check, make sure that your factors are indeed correct, so आप क्या कर सकते हो, you can simply try to find out the value of pa and see if it is indeed 0. So we will just do one example probably. अगर if you want to find out this, so p8, right, I think we will run out of space यहाँ पे, but let us see if we can just fit this in. सो P8 दोस्तों, ये अगर पॉलिनोमियल है हमारी Px और अगर हमें वैल्यू निकालनी है P8, so it will be 8 squares are 64, right? It will be 8 square, which will be 64. Then 6 times 8 is 48, minus 48. Minus 48. And then you have minus 16. Minus 16. अगर आप इसे solve करते हो, you will see that, let us see. So minus 48 and minus 16 is actually 64. So you have 64 minus 64, which is equal to 0. So इसका मतलब यह हुआ दोस्तों कि this is indeed a correct factor. And then similarly you can put x equal to minus 2 यहाँ पे and see, you know, and then आप notice करो कि this will also be equal to 0. So दोस्तों, hopefully you are following us along, and like we always say, कोई सवाल है, कोई question है आपकी, आप बेझिझक हमें आप you send us a comment. We'll be more than happy to answer that for you. शुक्रिया.